What's up, guys? Probably the first ever Microsoft Excel freestyle, not a rap actually, but that's on my to-do. But I'm gonna go through Excel freestyling. I'm a CPA. I'm gonna show you multiple tips, hacks, tricks, formulas. We're gonna go through pivot tables. We're gonna go through charts. So I really wanted to do this. I used to stream on Twitch. I'm Dave. Nice to meet you. I'm a CPA. I worked for PwC a few years. I worked for Ubisoft a few years. And now I work in a tech startup. I do Excel 40 hours a week. I'm not the best out there, but like probably a little bit better than someone that doesn't spend 40 hours a week in Excel. So I have a pig hat. That's my brand. I'm Piggy Bank Accountant, trying to make something different. The goal here is to learn Excel the fun way. So that's my motto. So feel free to ask questions in the chat. If something's unclear, I'm just gonna react to the chat. I'm used to streaming. Crack a beer, enjoy. Hopefully you learn some stuff. The VOD is gonna be available, of course. I'm just trying to see if this helps anyone. If you have any question and you're watching the VOD, ask it in the comment. I will answer. So without further ado, let's see what's going on in this live stream. So we're gonna go over a few things. I'm gonna move my camera, actually gonna remove it. So I'm freestyling in Excel, which means I'll have a data set. I'll do different stuff with it, different use case. I didn't over prepare for this stream, so I'm really freestyling. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I don't care. Feel free to ask any question. If the audio is shit, let me know, please. So we're gonna go through pivot tables, just like straight basics, like not like how to do a pivot table, but just like what you should know about pivot table, and what a lot of people don't know about pivot table. They should, because it's gonna help them in the day-to-day productivity. We're gonna go over the top formulas right here and the charts. So master the charts, just a few tips to make your storytelling way better. So I work with the VPs and exec level most of the days. So I'm used to talk through a data set and point like spikes and stuff, tendencies. So that's my skill set. I'm trying to make it to YouTube. If you find this valuable, make sure you follow the channel, of course. Not yet though, I didn't show you anything, but if you like that, make sure you follow the channel. All right, so let's dive deep into it, guys. Let's go into Excel. Let's go into Excel. Oh, I have a data set already. I'm just gonna delete that. Delete, a boom, hide, and hide. Okay. So we have data set here. My goal is to learn Excel the fun way, once again, as I was saying. So we have a little farm. That's the use case. So we have animals, we have the count, we have the price, the total amount, which is count times price, a sell date, the sales rep. And I should add the department, right? And we have a sales rep, which is Rihanna, Britney Spears, and Dwayne Johnson, the biggest farmers out there. So the Rihanna is gonna be in department A, and let's say Britney as well. And Dwayne Johnson is gonna be in department C, B, whatever. Boom. All right. So I go really fast in Excel. Follow me. I'm gonna try to teach you shortcut as well. I'm gonna make it fun, actually, as much as Excel can be fun. And by the way, I'm doing this because I found online that most Excel videos are just so boring, so fucking boring. And I think I have a nice personality, and I just want to interact with you guys. So if you have any question, any specific use case at work, I'll be happy to answer. Feel free to comment in the chat. I'll respond instantly. I just cracked the beer. It's a no alcohol beer, so I won't be drunk. Anyways, I'm drunk 24/7. All right, so first shortcut is Control-Shift-Right. It selects up to the end of the data, and Control-Shift-Down. And then you insert, and then you have recommended pivot tables, which I personally never use, but they were pretty nice. So Excel, like he knows you, right? He knows where you live, and he tells you like, okay, maybe you want the total amount by rep, right? Like total sales by rep. So you have like pre-done pivot tables, and they put the stuff there at the bottom right for you. But I'm not going to use this. I'm just going to start from scratch. Once again, Control-Shift-Right, Control-Shift-Down, insert, pivot table. And you can use it, existing worksheet. I'm going to go new worksheet, boom. And then let's say I want like the sales rep, like how much they sold. And so I have a sales rep and I have the total amount, right? So I'm going to zoom for you guys. So here you have the data by sales rep. So in my data set, I only have 6 months. So here it is. I have 6 months of sales, so we can see. Maybe I could sort Z to A, not Z to A. Sorry. You can sort by value. So more sort option, and descending, and sum of total amount. When you have a large data set, that's really useful because you can put the top at the very top. And so yeah, we have the sales rep here, how much he sold. And also something that I found like really recently that is really nice, it's value filters. So I was always using the rank formula, right? So if you have a very large data set and you can't sort, or like you want them like A to Z by the row labels, and you don't have the rank, then you can use the rank formula, which is this. But like I was always doing this, but then again, like if you use pivot table and let's say I want the animals, and it breaks everything, right? So it's not nice. So what you can use is like the value filter and then top 10. So you can go like, who are my top 10 sales rep? It's insane. I really love this value filter, but let's say I only have 3 people that sells. Maybe I could have done a bigger data set, but let's say I want the top 2, it's gonna show me Brittany and Rihanna, right? And then if you filter by, I don't know, dates and stuff, this might change because it's still gonna, like I said, I think the last 3 months, maybe Dwayne Johnson is the top 2. So it's gonna change as you pivot your data. So that's crazy. Like if you don't use pivot table, guys, make sure you use them. They're gonna see you a lot of time. All right, so where I was. So the first tip I want to really tell you is like the tabular form. It's, if you don't know what is a tabular form, listen carefully. So if I had the sell date, because I want to know like when my rep, like when they sold how much, I just drag the sell date in the rows, and then here I don't like this format of data. So what I want to do is go in the design tab and go in the show tabular form. I just feel this is like so much cleaner right now, but still I'm not satisfied with what I see. So I'm gonna go here. Excel created me like 3 columns, like they split my date between the month, the days, and the sell date. I don't really like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here, data, and click on group, and then it shows my date here, right? So again, if sometimes I want to do like my data based on my pivot table, like formula based on my pivot table. So by example, if I want to do a sum if, like how much Britney Spears sold, I go sum if and range. We're gonna get back to formulas, but I just want to illustrate something. Then my criteria will be Britney here, and then sum range will be C. The answer is 4.8K, but Britney sold for 75K. So I have an issue here, right? Because Britney Spears doesn't appear here in those cells that I just put in yellow. So that's an issue, right? So what I'm gonna do here is just I'm gonna go to the design tab again, and then the report layout, repeat all item labels, and then boom. My formula here in yellow again is taking every Britney Spears sales into account. So you might ask why you want to do formulas on pivot table is because it's so much flexible sometimes. It's way better. I'm just gonna verify real quick if my audio is clean, because I don't think we're gonna have any live viewers. So I'm just gonna check real quick, guys. All right, this one is live. I'm just gonna delete. Okay. Okay, that's good. It seems good. It seems good. Hopefully we have someone in the chat that says, okay, it's good. Okay, sorry for this, guys. So that's the pivot table with the repeat item labels in the tabular form. So it's gonna save you a lot of time. What I like to do also is to remove the subtotals, because the subtotals are annoying. Sometimes you just want to know as a whole, you don't care. So pivot tables, what you can do, guys, is also, you know, get the department in there. So that's where the tabular form really shines, right? You see the department by department. So when you have a large data set, it's easier to see like if it was the other format as before, which I don't even know how to go back, because I always, maybe compact form. Yeah, so see, you don't really see anything there. And if you go back to tabular form, Control Z, undo, really nice shortcut, boom, you see everything. It takes way less time scrolling. It's better for your eyes. So guys, use this, the tabular form. It's really useful. What else could I say about pivot table? Seriously, guys, tabular form is all I use in the pivot table. It's so good. You can double click, guys. So let's say I want to know, let's say I will have this by month. So if I group, can I group data group months? Okay, let's do like that, or like that. That's not quite well. Anyways, let's say I want to know what's in there in the 4.2K. You can double click, and you see, okay, it's made of 6 cats and 4 cows, right? And the 2K is made of this, so he sold them in January. It's because I clicked on that in January, right? So I'm gonna delete this tab real quick just to, because it will get noisy, this workbook, and I'm gonna go in pivot table. I recall it. So double click on stuff, it's gonna show you the details. It's really useful when you analyze journal entries, as I do as an accountant. And something I want to show you that can be really useful is the differ layout update. I'm gonna put back my reps here. So let's say I don't have my department here, and what I normally do is I put the budget here because I'm an accountant, and then I put, let's say 5,000, and then I put the delta, right? And then I go like this, and then while we're at it, so put this in this color, and while we're at it, we're gonna go through conditional formatting real quick. So what I do is like, I just, if it's greater than 0, then I'm gonna put it in red, and if it's less than 0, I'm gonna put it in green, right? So we're below budget by $200. Actually, let's say this is cost, right? Because it's the other way around. We are looking at sales right now, but anyways, you get the thing here. So let's say sold for 5,000 every one of them. Anyways, so what I don't like with pivot table, because I always do this, right? Add formula in the yellow columns. But what I don't like is, like, let's say I want to add the department, and I'm like, okay, let's have the department, and I'm like, oh shit, everything broke, right? Everything broke here. Hashtag value, the best thing that can happen in Excel is the hashtag value. So what the default layout update is it's not gonna, it's a checkbox at the very bottom right here. You can see my pink mouse. Then what it's gonna do is it's not gonna do the changes until you click update. So that can be really useful because sometimes you have data down there and it's really annoying. So let's say I want to have my department, I add it, oh, I uncheck defer layout update, I add my department, and then I click update, it's gonna break, right? So what I can do is just like clean my data, Control X, move it, and then defer layout update, add the, I don't know, add the department by example, and then do whatever I want. If I want to change my sum to something else, and you can just click update afterwards, right? So it still breaks actually, but anyways, defer layout update, you get it. Like you can just, if you're screen sharing with someone and you're like, oh wait, I'm gonna do this, and like while you do it, you don't want like everything on the screen switch. Like I don't know, you want to add the salaries, but you want, like, you don't want them to show right now, you can just use the defer layout update. It's pretty good. Something really nice on the pivot table here is the defer on the pivot table fields to your right, is that you can sort your fields A to Z. Like here it's a really small data set, so it's super easy. So it's gonna show the fields in the order that they are in your data set. But sometimes you have like 30 columns, 50 columns of data, so you can just like sort A to Z, and if you want it back, you just put it back and sort in data source order, right? So that's not it for pivot table, but that's I think the tabular format is really huge. So what you want to know also on pivot table is probably the timeline. Timeline, it's really huge. I could go over the slicer. Personally, I don't use them. They can be really nice visual, but let's say you want your sales rep and you don't want to filter like the old school way. I normally do this. And I select here, then you have the slicers, so it's easier. If your boss is like 60 years old and he doesn't know like how to filter, then you can add him like a cute slicer like that, and you know, like then you can control to have more than one. When you release control, it's gonna show you, and then Rihanna, and you have everyone, and then control again. So yeah, slicers, I don't like them, I don't use them, but it can be useful. What I want to show you though that is really useful is the timeline. So let's say your boss wants you to have the first three months only of the year. So insert timeline, data group, there we go. So sorry, I have my date here. So I go here, I go insert timeline, and then Excel detects the only field that is date. So that's, I don't know why I switched back the camera, I'm sorry. So the only field that is date is the cell date. I click here, then I have a timeline that appears here. So it's pretty simple. It's showing me every month. Let's say I want January, I hold shift, February, March, and then you don't have to struggle with your filter here and like it's annoying, right? Let's say you have 3 years, 4 years, 5 years of data. It's just crazy how strong pivot tables are. And then you can show like months, you can show even quarters here. So Q1, Let's say I want only Q2, so see my data updates here. And then I just shift click and it shows. It doesn't show more for Q3 because I don't have Q3 data in my data set. So I think the timeline is just crazy. You should use that. What else can I say here? I could tell you, wait, let me get back to timeline, Control Z save lives. So the other thing, and I'm covering everything that I'm covering here in my next video, but anyway, this one will be really freestyle. Is the design tab. Where's my pivot chart? Oh yeah, pivot chart here. Oh yeah, so pivot chart is really strong. So combined with the timeline, you'll see it's crazy. So what is a pivot chart? It says it's a pivot table, but that is linked to your chart. So it's really useful sometimes. So here I have my pivot. I made a chart from the pivot table, and what you can do is like you can go in design. You can probably hide. It's not design. Sorry, in the pivot chart analyze, you can hide everything from your chart. So if you want to make a PowerPoint, you don't have to struggle with the buttons. But like you have your filter straight up on the chart, and it's gonna filter the thing to your left, the pivot table, at the same time. So let's say you only want Britney Spears and you click it, or if you want Rihanna and Dwayne, then you click it. Or if, as I told you earlier, if you just want your top two, value filter top, then 2 on the total of amount, you're gonna see the top sales rep, right? And it's gonna show as well on your pivot chart. So I'm gonna Control Z. Sorry guys, my nose is scratching, it's annoying as F actually. This is a no alcohol beer. By the way, if this video was useful for you so far, please make sure you follow. I don't know if the audio is cuffed. I have never streamed on YouTube. I have streamed on Twitch as well. I'm a huge gamer, but not on YouTube. I had to redo all my setup. I don't know if it works at all. Anyways, I'm doing this because I love it, guys. If we see that there is some engagement and some people showing up, maybe not on the live stream, but on the VOD, we'll do this again. And I want you to tell me which subject you want me to cover, because I have a huge to-do list here of VODs to do, long form or short form. But it's actually me going crazy on live streaming. Anyways, let's stop talking, Dave, and you're crazy. All right, so what I wanted to tell you is you can combine your data, so your timeline, with your graph. So here, just for the sake of it, we're gonna go like click Q1 and look at graph. It's changing. It's crazy. Seriously, I really think it's nice, and maybe I'm too enthusiastic, but let's switch the sales date and the rep. So here again, same thing. You can put Q1, Q2, and here see the pivot table. It's really nice. Here maybe you want to do month by month, and you want to add back the subtotals. So show all subtotals at the bottom of group, so you can see clearly how much you did in month. And look at this data, guys. We can see month by month who was the best. So you can clearly see actually almost did all the same sales, but you can see that Britney Spears in the month of May is better. So if you want to compare data, that's the way to go, guys. And if you want to switch it back and buy sales rep to know, okay, which best month was sales rep, it was everyone the month of May, right? Oh, sorry, you don't see because of my camera, but the month of May was the best for everyone. And then I think I might do graph right now. Should I do graph right now and then back to formulas? Okay, let's knock a few formulas. So yeah, so that was the pivot chart, guys, and the timeline. So they're all linked together. I think it's really great. We've been live for 18 minutes. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Appreciate it. So first live stream for the biggest pig in North America, aka Piggy Bank Accountant. All right, so we're gonna go through a few formulas, and basically some of the formulas I'm gonna show you are mainly covered by a standard pivot table, but I'll show you and hopefully it's gonna help you do a few stuff. So I think I didn't prepare this, to be honest with you. I think we're gonna go through sum if, average if, maybe. They're pretty much the same. If, Vlookup, and then XLOOKUP, I guess. So, all right, so without further ado, let's do this, guys. So what I like to do sometimes, so sum if, it's really freestyle, okay? So first you have to select your range. So it's a if with a sum. So it's Excel, do a sum if something, right? Pretty easy. So I want the range here. So let's say the sales rep, and I want the criteria, and my criteria I will put it here at the top, and you'll understand why. And then I want to put the range, which is the total amount. Boom. So it says 0 because I put the criteria and it's empty right now. So I'm gonna put Rihanna. See, so what's the strength of sum if? It's gonna, like, you could always calculate it, right, and drag it. But imagine that Rihanna will have sales here, let's say Rihanna, and then 3,000. My sum if will capture it because I selected the column as well, right? So let's remove it. Boom, back to 72.5. When I add it back, 3,000 here, it's back to 75, right? So the sum if, and one tip I can tell you guys is always select the whole column if you can make sure that there is nothing below. I see people, sometimes they do this. So they're gonna select their stuff and then they don't know the keyboard shortcut, so it takes forever. And then, oh, okay, that's the range. They forget to put their F4 to lock the cells. That's one thing. And then to go for the range, they do the same thing, right? So, I mean, it's the same results, right? But if you add something here, let's say 50,000 for Rihanna, it's not gonna be included in here because so I have to update my formula. So guys, just easy sum if range, click on the column, and the criteria is here, F4 if I ever drag my formula, and then boom, sum range. My 50k that I added is included here. So that's the sum if, guys. It's super simple. It can be really useful. I could switch with the department. So let's say I want department A. Oh, it doesn't work because boom, and I just switch the column. It's so easy, right? So let's say that we have Rihanna, okay, that swapped department in July. She went to department B. Let's say I don't know, I won't put any date here, but she put in department, she switched in department B. So what I'm gonna show you is the sum ifs. So you're gonna put multiple criteria for your sum. So multiple if. So here I want Rihanna when she was in department A or department B. So I want two criteria. I want Rihanna in department A. Everything that I'm telling you is doable with the pivot table as well, but sometimes you might use sum if. Or if you want to know, like, no, never mind, I won't say that. Sum if. So the sum range, so the formula changes. With the normal sum if, the sum range was at the end, okay, as you can see here. But with the sum if, it's at the beginning. I honestly have no clue why they did this. It's so annoying, but anyways, Excel tells you, so that's fine. So you do the total. So you want your cells. What's your criteria range? It's the department. Which department that you want, we'll put there. Or I can just type it. So you open the bracket, department A, and then what's the criteria 2 is column F. And then what's the criteria 2? It's Rihanna, let's say, okay? So 72.5k, right? So that's the same thing that we have because she was always in department A in this specific example. I'm gonna do this one because it's annoying me. There you go. And I'm gonna Control-Shift-L, remove the filters. See, you just learned a new shortcut, guys. Control-Shift-L, okay? It's gonna add the filters. A number of times I click just here, sort and filter. I waste my time, Control-Shift-L, okay? So here I can just go back in the formula and put department B. And it's gonna put me Rihanna when she was in department B. I could do the sum if by rep, by department, by animal counts, whatever, okay? So yeah, this is the sum if. I'm gonna do count if before because count if sometimes can be useful. So it's the same principle except of doing a sum, it's gonna do you a count. So it could be in this specific use case, how many months did we sell cats, right? So you're gonna go count if, the range here, or it's count A, I hope I don't get this mistaken, and pig. So they're gonna say 18 months we sold pigs. And it's normal because we sold pigs every month for every rep, and we have 6 months of data, and we have 3 reps. So 6 times 3, 18. So that can be useful, to be honest, to know like how many times I see this, right? Something useful as well, I'm just gonna go freestyle, is remove duplicates. So let's say you have a large list and like you have duplicates, people that came twice, you can just like copy it somewhere else, and then you go in data, then you hit remove duplicates, and boom, I only have my pig, cow, and cat which is my unique value. There's also a formula called unique. We're gonna get back to this later maybe. So the count if, it can be useful, and the count ifs. So you add multiple criteria. Oh, I don't know why I wrote some. Count ifs is like criteria range 1. So I want to know how many, I don't know, pig in the department A. And it's gonna give 18 again because we don't have any pig in department B. But if I put department B here, it's gonna show 17. See? Kaboom! All right. All right, I think I need another drink, another beer sip. Ah, man, imagine doing a freestyle on Excel. I'm not sure if anyone will watch this, but if I was me, I will watch me, so that's fine. All right, so it's annoying as well because when I do Shift F2, which is my keybind to switch my scenes on my Streamlabs, it adds a comment. It adds a comment, so I have comments everywhere. Anyways, so other formulas I wanted to get through is like the average if. So this one is really useful. So if I want to know by month or in general, like, yeah, so by month, like how much we sell for Rihanna. So it's simple. So average, oh, I forgot, average if the range, which is this. So the range of my criteria, and then Rihanna, and then the average range, and then here. In average, Rihanna sold 6.2K by month by animal. Let's see, right? It's not by month because in multiple months you have pigs here, you have cats here, and you have cows here. So it says in average by animal by she sold that. Excel doesn't have the median if, which can be really useful. It doesn't exist, but it's doable with another kind of formula. But anyways, I'm not going to go through this. So let's say the average ifs. So this one can be really useful. So it's same deal again. So the average range, we want to know the total amount again. Criteria range 1. So let's say we want cows. And then we want to know Rihanna. So in average each month, how much the cow was worth that Rihanna sold. This example is really crazy, man. I'm sorry. So criteria range 2, and then I'll type Rihanna. Simple as that. 1.9K. Boom. So if I go here, normally, I did a cow. I have at the very bottom, you don't see, I'm gonna turn off my cam. You have at the very bottom here, the average, 1.9K, which is actually the same as my formula. So guys, something if you don't know, at the very bottom, you don't see my camera right now, it's normal, is you have a bar that shows stuff. And I think by default, Excel doesn't show like, it only maybe shows the sum, but you can add the minimum, the maximum. So it's really useful. And the count, so sometimes you don't have to do any formula. If I want to know like how many entries I have, I just Control Shift down and count 56, right? That's crazy. Anyways. All right, so we went through sum if, average if, we covered count if, I think. So we're gonna go through if. So what I like here with if is to do like few stuff, right? So we're gonna make a new column here, which will be pink because I love pink. Maybe we can see. Anyway, it's pink. Oh shoot, my eyes. Pink. Okay, so we're gonna go through the if formula. I use this really often to like if it's above 1K, I don't want to check it by example, but if it's below, then I want like to have a comment to like analyze the delta by example, right? I very often do this with the delta and the percentage. So if it's below 5%, just write okay, but if it's not right, like, I want to analyze. So what I do normally is like if this is above 1000, then tell me it's okay. If not, then tell me analyze, right? So Control C, Control Shift down. Oh, I missed it. I'm just gonna Control, boom. Okay. So what I do here is like, and what I like to do normally is like, okay, tell me if the text is equal. Analyze. Let's say I want it in red, right? And then I can Control Shift L, and then I can filter by color, and then put it in red. So I know that this is what I need to analyze, and I can do my analyze here, right? So I like this. I personally like this. Okay, so that's the if function. That's only one. You can do whatever with if function. Like if it's more than 3, then do 10 times 100 times 300. If it's more than 4, then do nothing. Like you can do the if formula. With all the formulas that I'm presenting you right now, you can nail 80% of Excel use case. If you can't nail your use case with what I'm teaching you right now, it's because probably that what you're trying to do is too complicated and it should belong in a system or something. Excel is really good, it's really flexible, but keep it simple, stupid. Case, okay? That's really important. Anyways, all right, boys and girls. I'm so excited. This is my first live stream. I hope the audio is not like terrible and I'll have to film it all over again. Anyways, I'll do more than that if it works. I think it's gonna work. Let's go. Be original, right? Be different. Okay, so where I was. So the if formula, that's pretty much it. Maybe something a little bit more advanced. I helped someone recently with this, but it's a if imbriqué. I don't know how to say that in English. It's if imbriquated. So you have basically 2 if in the same formula. So it's easy. So let's do it, okay? So what it shows is like, let's say if above 1,000, then give me, let's say, a value. But what you want to compare again, and maybe I don't have the right use case here, is like, I don't want to stop there. And I'm trying to remember what was the formula of the person I helped, just to give a great use case. I think the person wanted like that if it was below 20, give me, let's say 100%. And then what you want to do is like, but also if it's, so another Jesus, I can speak. So it's another condition. So it's a if into a if. So it can be really useful sometimes. So if D2 is smaller than 5, then give me 10, else 0. I don't even know if it's gonna work, guys, but oh shit, I messed up. And then it gives me 1 for some reason. But anyway, you get it. So I don't have a specific use case. Maybe I should prepare for this, but putting a if into another if can be really useful to put some kind of brackets. Maybe I can work this for this again, but anyways, it's tough when you don't have a specific use case and you're trying to build one up. But if really helped me a lot of times. So if into an if into an if, just figure it out. Go online as well. It's gonna help. So what I want to show you is the VLOOKUP. But if you know VLOOKUP, like if you use VLOOKUP on a daily basis, then it's gonna help you. It's gonna help you. But what I want to tell you guys is like if you use VLOOKUP, then you should use XLOOKUP. Anyway, so I'm gonna go here. So let's suppose I have a lot of sales rep, okay? Like a lot of different sales rep. Let's say I have Johnny Depp as well. I have Lucom. Who else could I have? The Weeknd. Okay. So what I'm gonna show you guys real quick is like how to add their SIN if you have another tab that is called SIN. Okay. So I'm gonna go back in the data set. I'm gonna use what I just showed you. I'm gonna copy everyone. Let's say, and then the data, and then remove duplicates, and then boom. Okay. And then I have the SIN here. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, whatever, you know, like this is not real SINs, of course. Actually, we have 2 viewers. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Yes, I'm freestyling in Excel, guys. So we have the SIN here, and whoop, whoop. So what I want to do is like I have a large list. Okay, let's suppose, guys, I have like 3,000 sales rep. I'm busy. My boss asks you a lot of stuff. I don't have time to do this. It's manual data entry. I have risk of error, like not typing the right SIN. It's for the payroll. The pay is gonna go for another employee. So it's dangerous. Okay, so use Excel, guys. Use the formula. The formula, they never get it wrong. They're not human. It's perfect. Okay. So what you want to do? Oh man, my binds. Okay, what you want to do? And my camera. Here we go. So I put the sales rep and the social insurance number here. And what I want to do is use VLOOKUP to bring him, okay? And personally, I use VLOOKUP 3,000 million times in my life to make stuff like that and like merge the list together to have like a unique value that links them, right? So I use VLOOKUP. So I'm gonna try to find my sales rep Rihanna here, and then I'm they ask me for my table array, so sin. I take my 2 columns, and then they ask me which column I want to bring back, which is sin, which is column number 2. And they want to tell me, okay, always put this to false, because if I have someone that is called Rihanna, by example, then Excel says, okay, give me the approximate match, but no, we want the exact match. If I had Rihanna, then maybe they get the wrong sin. So you want this to false, and then boom, and then you double click here and see they put my sin for everyone. So Johnny Depp, I didn't have to do anything, right? So that's VLOOKUP. That's why it's used for. It's super useful. You can use HLOOKUP as well, so vertical lookup or horizontal lookup. So let's say my sin would have been like this instead. I'm gonna show you something else, which is copy, Control C, and then transpose like that. Oh wait, didn't work. I'm dumb. Like that. Boom. Let's say you will have your sin like that. So you could do the HLOOKUP to look at this and take the second line instead, right? So it just depends of how your data is set, but HLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, and you just learn about Control C, right click, and then click here on transpose. It's crazy. It's just pivot your data, right? All right. So what I wanted to show you, I'm just gonna delete the noise here. I don't like noise on my spreadsheets. I'm always clean. All right, let's do this, guys. Let's do this. We have XLOOKUP, guys. So XLOOKUP is a new formula. It was used VLOOKUP before, but XLOOKUP came up 3 years ago. And if you don't know about VLOOKUP, then it's fine. It's perfect for you. Go to XLOOKUP. If you use VLOOKUP, same thing. Go to XLOOKUP, ditch VLOOKUP, guys. I swear you need to ditch VLOOKUP because you will understand right now, and I'll show you. All right, let me catch my breath here. So why you should use XLOOKUP? This is the reason. So VLOOKUP looks from left to right. So if I will have my data like that, look back in the data set, oh my God, I have NA everywhere, right? Because VLOOKUP, I cannot tell him like go backwards. Like I want to have Rihanna and then go back in my sin tab, and I cannot tell -1. Actually, can I? No, I can't. That would have been crazy. I would have discovered something. So what XLOOKUP does is like don't need to count the columns anymore. It's crazy. And you actually select data. I'll show you, okay? So equal XLOOKUP, it's super simple. Lookup value, I want to look for my sales rep, Rihanna, and then the lookup array. Where I want to look is in my column B. Again, select the column. You can select the range, but please select the column. Return array, you want A. If not found, you leave it blank. And then match mode, 0. You want the exact match once again. Boom. Double click on the corner, drag the formula. Boom, XLOOKUP is there. Even though if you switch your data using Control X, oh, it doesn't work. I thought it was gonna follow, but it doesn't. Anyways, so you get it. So so that's what happens when you use the columns. If you use a specific range, it will not follow. But anyway, sorry, I looked a little bit stupid here. Anyways, just funny times. So that's XLOOKUP. I think I went through every formulas I wanted to go through. So that's the basics. So count if, average if, sum ifs with S, XLOOKUP. I mean, there are a lot of other formulas. Another tip, just to put a date. As you can see, always use a date formula. It's really useful. So it's gonna avoid like messy data from Excel. You know, like the dates aren't in Excel are really dumb. So it's really annoying. All right, so we're gonna go through charts real quick. Some charts I want to show you. So I want to show you probably. What do I want to show you? Yeah, okay. So let's say I have revenues here. Start a new tab, zoom, revenues. Let's say I have 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024, and it's here. And I have growth percentage. We're going to do this real quick. 50, 100, 150, 200. And then we're going to do like this. Boom, 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 boom. And this is percentage, right? So let's say you want a graph. You can this, Alt F1. Boom, you just on a shortcut, Alt F1. Gonna move the camera real quick. So that's a chart, right? Looks clean, you're gonna say, but you want to have the growth on the same chart. So you're like, your first reflex is like Control C, I'm gonna copy it, and then I'm gonna, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna drag. Okay, I have my growth percentage, and I want to put it as a line. Change chart type and put it as a line. Where's the line? Where's the line? Right here. So that's the first reflex, right? Oh, you don't see because my camera. Let me shut it down. Okay. So to the right, you have the growth percentage. in shape outline, let's say boom, in orange, let's say we have 75% for 2021. So that's your first reflex. So you go to the board, whatever you do, a board presentation, or you have to showcase some numbers, and you have your two charts like this to the right, to the left. People are always lost because anyways. So let me show you something to fix that. Is you can do a combo chart. I really like combo chart. So boom, let's delete that shit, and you go here, chart design, you go to change chart type, and then in the combo, and you want the line on the secondary axis. You always want to do this. It looks so much cleaner, and then boom. So you can see that, you can see your revenues, and right click, add data labels. Really nice. Format data series. I like to put my gap width a little bit fat, 25%, boom. Then call it revenue evolution. So here you have your line in orange. It shows the growth, the revenue growth, and the revenues in blue, right? On the same graph. So you don't have to do like 3 graphs, 4 graphs, 2 graphs. You do the same, super simple, one slide. You showcase your stuff to everybody, and you can just highlight it. I like this, boom, right click, put it above, and then you can put it in orange as well, so it matches the color. So you can say, okay, we had the biggest revenue growth was from 21 to 22 was 100%. So it's super easy to see, versus when you had two charts side by side, it was not that easy to see, right? So that's one tip. That's a chart. It's 7 p.m. actually. I have something starting. I have a webinar, so we're gonna shut down the stream, leaving you on this, guys. But mastering the chart, seriously, just a combo chart is so great. And don't try to do pivot chart. You're flying through some great stuff. I wish I caught this from the beginning. Yo, code counseling, thank you so much. Are you subbed to the channel? Actually, I think I'm gonna finish. I think I'm gonna finish the chart. There will be the VOD available on my YouTube channel, so make sure you follow. It's, I don't know, I wanted to do a live stream. I was like, fuck this, let's do it. It's gonna help some people, hopefully. And you can see who am I, you know, like you can see the real me. Nothing's edited, it's gonna be raw. Thank you so much for your comment. I didn't think there was probably anyone watching, so that's nice. I used to stream on Twitch anyways. All right, thank you, Code, for your comment. Alrighty, so what can I tell you on charts is something that I covered in my short videos as well, but I always see people using pie charts, and you know what? I fucking hate them. Pie chart, it can be good, but I don't think they're good at all. So let's take probably some examples. So let's say we have movies, okay? Well, let's say we have artists again, okay? And we have the sales here. So we have Rihanna, we have Johnny Depp. Does he do music, Johnny Depp? No, he does cocaine. That's what he does. Anyways, we have The Weeknd. Okay, we have G-Unit, and we have 50 Cent. He went solo, right? So we have Rihanna that did 125. We have Johnny Depp that did 130. We have The Weeknd that did 5,000. He's crazy. Well, let's say 500, 400, and 300. So someone could be tempted to do a pie chart, and he's gonna go to his boss with the presentation, the pie chart and everything. He's gonna say, oh, I'm gonna present them stuff. So that's the thing. He goes there, insert, pie chart, boom. And then the first question of your boss, it's like this on the screen. It's like, oh, so I'm gonna put something in pink here, and put something in green. So it's like, oh, Johnny Depp in green, did he sell more than Rihanna? And you're like, oh, I don't know. And you made a slide with this, so you don't have your Excel on the side, right? Or you're in front of like 20 people and you look crazy because you ask you and you don't know. So what you can do first is like add the data label. Why can I add them all at once? I don't know, but anyways. So the first question will be, it will be easy answered. Is like, yes, Johnny Depp, he did 5 more than Rihanna. He's crazy, right? Caribbean Pirate sold a lot. So that's the first thing. But to be honest, guys, I don't like it. I don't like it when you have multiple, let's say you have like 20 slices of the pie chart, doesn't work. So what you do, chart design, change chart type, and you go with the big bar chart. Once again, you make them fatter, 25%. So here you can clearly see, actually it makes me lie right now because you cannot clearly see because The Weeknd was on fire. But let's say we remove The Weeknd. Now you can see a little bit more clearer, or let's say we reduce their cells. So it's because my axis here is so see here, you clearly see that there is more sales for Johnny Depp without any question. Let's say you don't even have the data label, and let's say you don't even have this. You can say, okay, yes, I see that Johnny Depp performed more and G-Unit even more than everyone. While in the pie chart, if I go Control Z, some Control Z, it was not that clear, right? So yeah, so pie chart guys are not cool. So guys, that's it for me today. I didn't plan anything. Let me know in the comments if this was useful. If you want something more, again, like this. I was happy to meet you. Thank you, Code Consulting, for your comment. Make sure you follow the channel, guys. I go by the Piggy Bank Accountant. I have long form videos. I have short forms on my stream as well, on my YouTube channel as well. Sorry, and more to come, guys. I'm here to help you. Sometimes the spontaneous ones are the best. That's it. I'm here to help you guys. My goal is to not make money. I don't make a dime with this, to be honest, guys. Not so far. My goal is to help people that are afraid of Excel and learn it in a nice way, because it's so boring sometimes, Excel, right? And yeah, so I want to grow a community. I want people to help each other out, and make sure you follow me, guys. Way more content coming in. I spend probably 20 to 30 hours on this YouTube channel, trying to grow, reach out new people. So if you can do me a favor, it's like share with your friends, share with your colleagues. I just made a playlist on YouTube, one Excel shortcut in 15 seconds. I do everything myself. Everything is me, the little guy. I have a whiteboard here, so I write stuff, and I can't sleep these days because I'm too obsessed with this. Imagine being obsessed with Excel, guys. I will die a fucking virgin. So guys, thank you so much for showing up. Hopefully this video get more views. Ask me what you want in the comment, and I'll do more. I just went straight out of my head, like, I don't know, like freestyling in Excel. I like that. I look forward to the next one. Thank you so much, man. You made my day, Code Consulting. And guys, peace out. I hope the audio was fine because it was cracking at the beginning. I had to redo all again. I'm gonna try to put chapters in the video as well, so it's easier to go through. So guys, peace out. By the way, I just saw my legs. I'm not in boxers. These are shorts. I'm a huge sporty guy as well. So if you run, let me know. I'm a huge runner. I just broke my ankle. Anyways, that's too much. Peace, guys. Thank you so much. Hopefully you learned something. It was everything from my head, everything improv.